Good morning everyone. My name is Ram Dhamija. Welcome to my channel. Today is 2nd of October. Wishing everyone a very happy Dashera, and today is also Gandhi Jayanti. So today is a very auspicious day, and I hope it brings a lot of peace, prosperity, and good luck to everyone. Especially it's a Dashera day, so it's a major festival for all of us over here. So I will talk about the markets today and what is in store for going ahead into next week, and what are the major developments that are going to happen. One major thing that is going to come up in the next 10 days is that there are a lot of primary issuances that are coming up in terms of IPOs for three major ones: LG Electronics, WeWork, and Tata Capital. Now these are not small IPOs, these are very big IPOs that are hitting the market, and they are likely to suck out a lot of liquidity from the market. And whenever these big IPOs are coming in the market, then the secondary market usually takes a breather, because this money usually gets deployed to the primary market and the IPOs. So because there is of course a finite amount of money, and what also we have seen is that the FIs have continuously been selling in the secondary market while they are buying in the primary market. So they are taking out money from the secondary market and putting it into IPOs, etc. So that is also something to watch out for. And one reason for that is that foreign money always will chase growth, and you would have seen that in the secondary market, the market where we trade, a lot of these companies are old age companies, consumer companies, etc., which will give you a growth of 8-10% at best, whereas these new age companies, we are seeing that they have been growing 8-10% a quarter. So that is where the difference lies, and that is where the money eventually ends up chasing these stocks. And also we have seen that in US, for example, in the NASDAQ 100, if you see over there, the companies are very big, but they are growing at 20-25%, right? So you look at Nvidia, and you look at Apple, Amazon, Google, Facebook. So all these companies have been growing at 20-25%, and they are available also very right now they have run up, so they are slightly expensive, but they were available at 20-25 kind of a P with a growth of 25%. So that is the challenge. So wherever a new issuance comes in the IPO market, those are the companies which have been growing very well, and they are mostly in the new age sector. I mean, leave aside couple of names like a Hyundai or a LG, etc. But otherwise, if you see, these companies are mostly new companies, new age companies, which are coming in the IPOs, which are the big ones where the money is chasing. And we have seen what has happened with the likes of Zomato and so on, which have become become multi-baggers, just because the growth has been there, phenomenal growth has been there. So I will take you through what all is in store for our markets, and what all IPOs are lined up, and a lot of other international news also to discuss. So let's begin today's video. Yeah, so we'll begin today's video with the Nifty chart. So as I had discussed yesterday also, that Nifty finally made a green candle after almost 9-10 days of downfall. So this is on the daily chart. So if you see, this has been one of the longest duration in terms of time of a consecutive fall for Nifty. And the Nifty fall happened from 25,400 all the way it went to 24,400. So there was a 1,000-point drop almost which happened in Nifty over the last 10 odd days. So it was a tough phase for the market, but look at the recovery. In one day only it recovered last 3 days of fall. So this is how the recovery happens whenever it happens, and it was a very good, much welcome relief candle which came on the back of RBI news. So this I had discussed yesterday with you all. Now let us see where we are today morning as we speak. So Gift Nifty is kind of flat, but all the other Asian markets are doing very well. So if you look at all the other Asian markets are up anywhere between 1-2%. So I'm expecting that come tomorrow, if this holds, then our market is also going to be hugely up. Our market, this Gift Nifty right now is not indicating the right number. Perhaps maybe it's not even updated, because the time that it is showing is 235. So I'm expecting in all probability we are going to follow the Asian market cues, and we are also going to open much higher. So this is what happens, when the markets are going up, they will not give you a chance to come in and buy the markets, and that is where it becomes becomes very, very important and critical to buy during a dip. And that is what I have been maintaining and telling all my clients as well. And that whenever there is a dip and you think that you have surplus money to deploy, you should deploy, because the market has been flat for 1 year. It has not given any returns. On top of that, it is falling down due to reasons which are external. For example, H1B visa news came in, Pharma news came in. Now those news have got nothing to do with our markets immediately. It will have some impact, but at a very later stage, and market falls on that. So any news which is sentimental negative but it doesn't have a material impact on markets usually gets digested and the market moves up. So it was a very good opportunity for anyone to accumulate during that point in time. And I have been maintaining this to all my clients, friends, etc., that any dip should be used to buy. And that is where I maintain that a hand holding is required for a normal person who is doing his work, job, etc. So it is very important to have a financial advisor. It is very important to have a mutual fund distributor who can help you. If you are good at it yourself, great. But if you need help, if you don't understand, if you don't have time, then it's always better to take help. And if anyone wants help in terms of making their portfolio, I also offer my services. It's free of cost. I'm a mutual fund distributor. I am AMFI registered and NISM certified. So if anyone is interested in making their mutual fund portfolio, they can contact me through the Google form in the description below, and I shall get back to you and we will do analysis of your portfolio, and then I can suggest how to go about it. So this is the situation right now in terms of the Asian markets. Now let us look at what our market performance for various sectors has been over the last 1 month and last 1 week. So if you see, let's first look at the last 1 month. VIX is kind of going down, which is interesting. That could possibly indicate that the market is readying for some sort of a rally kind of a situation. IT has been down at -4%, followed by FMCG. So FMCG has kind of withered off after the first GST announcement that came in. Pharma has been down. We know the reason why, because of the US news that came in that broke the back of Pharma. Small cap is kind of flat over the last 1 month. The sectors which have been doing well and have been consistently maintaining that metals has been one of the outperformers, and slowly you will see that the world is moving towards hard assets worldwide. And that has got something to do with the dollar going down and so on, but that I will discuss some other day. But suffice to say that the world is moving towards hard metals. So hard metals, hard commodities, I would say. So that is where the metal companies are benefiting. So you are seeing that metal companies have done 16% YTD. Last 1 month they are up 4%. So they have been doing really well. Followed by autos, which was due to the GST news, followed by public sector enterprise. They are starting to coming in vogue again after a long gap. So public sector enterprise did very well after 2020-21. They had a huge bull run, but after that, they fizzled out during the last bear market. But they're slowly making a comeback. Financials is making a comeback again. Banks are making a comeback again. And Nifty has been kind of flat for the last 1 month, and last 1 week it has been in a consolidation phase. So this is the sector chart right now. Last 1 week, if you see, IT again has been the worst performer, and small cap corrected, but hopefully, it pulled back something last yesterday. So that is a good news, but otherwise it was also in a troubled spot. And the ones that did well was banking and financial over the last 1 week. So we saw how Banknifty rallied. Most of this 0.68 you are seeing is also because of yesterday's rally of 1.2, 1.3% coming in. Now let us look at the IPOs that I had talked about. So these are the IPOs. LG Electronics IPO opens on 7th. Tata Capital opens on 6th, and WeWork opens on 3rd. So these are the IPOs that are opening up. And if you look at the issuances, LG Electronics will be available in the price band of 1080 to 1140, and then Tata Capital IPO is available in 310 to 326. There was a lot of discussion about the grey market premium coming down, etc. of these. So this is what I also tell all my clients, that it's fine that if you buy through grey market and all, but you should know what you're getting into. Like, I'll give you 2 examples. One was the NSE IPO, which was available in 2020. It was a great buy, I mean, directly if you buy it without the listing. So it was a good buy, but that stock has also, from whatever reports I read, it has become 4-5x also, maybe more. But I have heard a lot of other stories. I will not name the companies because it's not right, where the grey market premiums have been 3x of what the listing has been. So people who put their money in these IPOs which are about to get listed, or the unlisted space, they actually end up losing their capital, and there is no exit also, because it is a highly illiquid market. So there is no exit as well. So you have to be very, very careful of where you're putting in money, and you have to just ensure that you don't lose money there. Now coming to the third one, WeWork, it's going to be open in issue band is 615 to 648. So these are the ones that are coming in. What are the other things that have been making headlines? This is a very interesting thing. Elon Musk becomes the first person to reach nearly 500 billion net worth. So this is because Tesla share has started to run up a bit, and there was some news as well which I was reading, where Elon Musk's next 10-year package is going to be $1 trillion. So these kind of numbers can only exist in US, and these companies are much ahead in terms of technology, and hence you are seeing this kind of a premium being paid over there. Will we ever reach there? Yes, of course we will reach there, but we would also need to focus a lot on our technology, etc. You are seeing two stark differences. One is the NASDAQ listed companies, the other is our IT sector, and you're seeing that NASDAQ is up 25% in last 1 year, our IT sector is down minus 20% in last 1 year. So you're seeing this kind of huge dichotomy, and that is primarily because those companies are focused truly on technology, whereas we have been enablers. Nothing wrong with the kind of infrastructure, etc., as we are a developing nation, etc. It takes time to move up the technology curve. If you look apart from US and China, there are not many countries who are anywhere near in terms of technology. So we are catching up, but I'm just saying that this is how cutting edge technology is rewarded, and by the markets, as you are seeing. So wherever, even within our space, wherever there is a technology which is listed, which is maybe consumer enabled technology, or actually in the tech space, they are rewarded very handsomely with very high multiples. So that is where innovation comes in very, very handy. Now coming to this is the NASDAQ chart that I was talking about. So you can see last 1 year is 25% it is up, last 6 months it is up, last 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, everything. And this was, I think, a golden opportunity to buy somewhere when the March correction happened, March and April, the Liberation Day, so to say, when it happened. And from there itself it has rallied up 50-60%. So right now perhaps it is slightly expensive, and at these levels it might not make too much sense to accumulate it, but otherwise it has been a phenomenal buy. And now let us look at the international cues, how they are stacked up. So if you look at the US bond yields of 10 years and 30 years, they are absolutely fine at 4.1 and 4.7. No worries over there. S&P VIX is slightly up, but not anything significant. S&P futures, which were negative, actually turned positive, and Dow Jones, NASDAQ, etc., all closed in the green. Brent oil is very well contained at 65. And so there was some talk of Middle East peace also happening, which is great. Our currency is at 88.7, so it is all fine over there as well. Gold has cooled off a bit from 39.20 to 38.90, which is good actually, if you ask me. And silver is kind of flat at 47.32. It also cooled off slightly, but not much. Bitcoin is at 118, so it's moved up a bit. So this is the gold chart. As you can see, last 1 week it has consistently been going up. From yesterday's high, it cooled off a bit, which is some relief, because once gold and silver, they cool off a bit, only then the equity markets will start rallying big time. And this is the silver chart. So you can see silver in the last 1 month has given 13% return. It's been a spectacular rally, and it is just taking a breather. I think 50 could perhaps be taken out anytime, because that's the all-time high, and that is what the international news flow is also talking about, that there have been some shortages of silver here and there, and that possibly might cause a silver squeeze, etc. But the whole point is that you should be invested in these precious metals to the tune wherever you are comfortable, 10%, 12%, whatever your allocation demands. In fact, from Morgan Stanley, there was a news report that instead of 60-40 portfolio, now their ideal portfolio is now 60-20-20, 60 equities, 20 debt, and 20 gold. So even internationally, there is a recognition that gold, silver should be a part of your portfolio. And if you don't have it, then you perhaps need to re-look and consult your financial advisor or mutual fund distributor, whoever you think knows about the market and can guide you. You should do that. And as I have maintained, that if anyone is interested in taking my opinion and needing help in this regard, I'll be more than happy to do that. You can fill up the Google form and let me know what you're looking at. So that's it from me now. The markets are looking all right. We have to be watchful of the new IPOs coming in because of the liquidity drainage that will happen there, but otherwise the markets are okay for the time being. And we just might again, as I had maintained, that we were in the consolidation phase after that 25,500 run. So perhaps we might have a shot at touching that again. If we do, then that will be the first resistance. If we don't, then 24,200, 300 becomes the next support. So let us see how markets play out. There's nothing to worry. All the news flow is now looking good, especially after yesterday. So I'm hoping that the markets will stabilize somewhere around here, and we should be in a good phase. The festival month is also coming in, so let's hope for the best. And I shall see you soon with another update. If you liked my content, then please do like, share, subscribe, and take care. Have a nice day. I shall see you soon. Bye bye.